Kripa bolo kana karo ami boro dukhe. Jaya koro sitapati Advaita Gosai Jaya koro sita Advaita Gosai Taba kripa bole pa Chaitanya Nitai Tava Chaitanya Nitai Tava Kripa Bole Pa Chaitanya Nitai Tava Kripa Swarup Sanatana Prabhu Lokanata Swarup Sanatana Rupa Raghunata Swarup Sanatana Rupa Raghunata Sarusa Bhakti-yoga Jiva Prabhu Lokanata Bhakti-yoga Prabhu Lokana Bhakti-yoga Jiva Prabhu Lokana Bhakti-yoga Prabhu Lokana Daya Koro Sirachaya Prabhu Srinivasa Daya Koro Sirachaya Prabhu Srinivasa Ramachandra Sange Mage Narottamo Dasa Ramachandra Sangha Mage Narottamo Dasa Ramachandra Sangha Mage Narottamo Dasa Śrī Kṛṣṇa Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Koro More Daya Kurno Oh Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai. Jaya Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Nitago Haribo, 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 Nitago Haribo. Nitai Garibo, Haribo, Haribo, Nitagora Haribo. Jaya Vishnupa Paramahansa Parivrakracharya Stuta Sutta Srimad A.C. Bhakti-Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Jaya Vishnupa Paramahansa Parivrakracharya Stuta Sutta Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki. ISKCON Fanacharya Srila Prabhupada Ki. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद के श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन के वृंदावन धाम की मायापुर धाम की द्वारका धाम की जगन्नाथ धाम की गंगा यमुना माई के तुलसी देवी भक्ति देवी के श्रील प्रभुपाद के श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की Nitai Gopimanandi. All glory to the assembled devotees. All glory to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the lotus feet of Sri Sri Guru Gauranga. Jnanatimindasya Ganangana Salakaya Chaksu Sumita Yena Tasma Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishta Stapita Yena Bhutale Swayarupa Kadama Nyadadati Swampadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sritam Padakamala Sri Guru Vaishnavistya Sri Rupam Sagrajata Sahagana Raghunatha Vitantam Sajivan Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saita Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devan Sri Radha Krishna Parasahagana Lalita Sri Vishakha Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Tata Kanchana Gorange Radha Vrindavan Prishabhanu Sutadevi Panamami Hari Priye Vanchaka Patarubhyascha Kripasundhi Bhevacha Patitanam Pavanabhebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Padayate Krishna ya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gaurate Se Nama Namamo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti-Vedanta Swami iti namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nivishesa Sunyabhadi Pashtadati Śrī Kṛṣṇa Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Śrī Advaita Gadadhara Srivāsadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Ananda Lila Maya Brigraya Himabada Vicha Visundaraya Tasma Maha Prema Rasapadaya Chaitanya Nama Nama Sutare. So I thank everyone for being here this morning for our Śrī Chaitanya Charitamrita class. It's a weekly class, Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is the book that describes the characteristics of Lord Śrī Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Srila Prabhupada said that Śrī Chaitanya Charitamrita, it's postgraduate study of Krishna consciousness. So we have undergraduate study, you have graduate study, and you have postgraduate study. So undergraduate study is Bhagavad-Gita. It is science of God. God spoke Bhagavad-Gita himself. Śrī Kṛṣṇa spoke the Bhagavad-Gita. And then the book about Krishna is Śrīmad Bhagavatam. Which means if you want to know everything about Krishna, it's Śrīmad Bhagavatam. And Śrīmad Bhagavatam is considered to be non-different from Krishna himself. And then when the Lord becomes his own devotee, he becomes his own devotees and teaching us how to be a devotee of Krishna. That is Śrī Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And this we find in the characteristics, the feelings, the mood, the birth of Śrī Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is all contained within Śrī Chaitanya Charitamrita, and it's considered to be the postgraduate study of Krishna consciousness. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he said that his desire, his wish, is that the whole world should study Bengali so that they can understand, so that they can read Chaitanya Bhagavat and Chaitanya Charitamrita. That is his wish, that everybody should study Bengali so that they can study Chaitanya Charitamrita and Chaitanya Bhagavat. Because when you study these two books, you'll be able to understand God. You'll be able to develop Krishna, Prema Bhakti. So, Lord Krishna, it's called, it's Lila Puruṣottama, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Prem Puruṣottama. Lord Krishna performed so many wonderful Lilas when he was here 5,000 years ago, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the relisher of the Krishna Prem. Prem Puruṣottama, Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So, first we read the text on the board. Is that it? Text 42, right? So we are in chapter 2 of the Adi Lila, and text number 42. The chapter is Chaitanya, Lord Chaitanya, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Nārera ayana yāte karaha pālana ataeva tumi mūla Nārāyaṇa Nārera ayana yāte karaha pālana ataeva tumi mūla Nārāyaṇa Nārera ayana yāte karaha pālana ataeva tumi mūla Nārāyaṇa. You can pālana. Ataeva tumi mūla Nārāyaṇa. Nārera ayana yāte karaha pālana. Ataeva tumi mūla Nārāyaṇa. Somebody else can chant. Nārera ayana yāte karaha pālana. Ataeva tumi mūla Nārāyaṇa. Matajis. Nārera ayana yāte karaha pālana. Ataeva tumi mūla Nārāyaṇa. Nārera ayana yāte karaha pālana. Ataeva tumi mūla Nārāyaṇa. Nārera, of the living beings, ayana, the shelters, yāte, those to whom, karaha, you give, pālana, protection, ataeva, therefore, how are tumi, you, mūla, original, Nārāyaṇa, Nārāyaṇa. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace is Bhakti-Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. It's very refreshing to be giving class with Prabhupada. Translation and purport. Otherwise, Bhagavatam class is not Prabhupada's purport translations. So it is very refreshing. Now you can hear from Prabhupada directly. Okay. So translation. Since you protect those who are the shelters of all living beings, you are the original Nārāyaṇa. Purport. The controlling deities of the living beings in the mundane worlds are the three puruṣa-avatāras. But the potent energy displayed by Śrī Kṛṣṇa is far more extensive than that of the puruṣas. Śrī Kṛṣṇa is therefore the original Father and Lord who protects all creative manifestations through his various plenary portions. Since he sustains even the shelters of the collective living beings, there is no doubt that Śrī Kṛṣṇa is the original Nārāyaṇa. Nārera ayana yāte karaha pālana ataeva tumi mūla Nārāyaṇa. So this is Lord Brahma who is praying to Lord Krishna. So we all know the stories in the Bhagavatam, how Brahmaji, how he has stolen all Krishna's friends and cows and everything. He wanted to test Krishna. He wanted to see how powerful Krishna is. Basically, he wanted to play a trick. But he became tricked himself. So therefore, in order not to get Krishna angry with him, he started praying to Krishna. He came, even though he's a big Brahma, Brahma is very, very big, and Krishna was just a cowherd boy. Just a cowherd boy. That time he was around, I think, 6, 7 years old. Very young boy. But Brahma is very big, but he came and paid his obeisances to Krishna. He paid food and everything to Krishna. And then they started making prayers that, oh, I was born from your stomach. I was born from your belly. So you are my father, you are my mother. So therefore, you cannot be angry with me. And of course, Krishna is telling him that, what are you saying, Brahma? How can I be your father? I'm just a cowherd boy. I'm just a cowherd boy. How can you say that, I'm your father, I'm your mother? What is this? What are you saying? So Brahma is saying this, that, no, he's describing the characteristics of Krishna. He said, you are mūla Nārāyaṇa. You are the original Nārāyaṇa because all the Nārāyaṇa features, they all coming from you. So you are the original Nārāyaṇa. Just like in the Brahma Samhita, in the 5th chapter, the very first verse said that Isvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadi Adi Govinda Sabha Karana Karanam, that yes, there are so many controllers. Many controllers are there, Brahma, Shiva, Maya, so many of them. But Isvara Parama Krishna, which means the supreme controller is Śrī Kṛṣṇa. He is the controller of all the controllers. So which means is Isvara. The controller of all the controller. That's like Srila Bhakti-yoga, he was making a prayer. Tumi Sabe Isvara, Brajendra Kumara, Tomara Icha Biswa Srinjama Samha, that, oh my dear Krishna, you are the controller of all the controller, and from you everything is coming. And from you everything, the creation is manifested only according to your desire. Nothing happens without your desire. So Brahmaji said, Anadi Adi Govinda, he has no beginning, and he is the beginning of everything, but he has no beginning. So therefore, Sarva Karana Karana, and he is the cause of all causes. So just by understanding this verse alone, we can understand everything about the science of the Lord. That yes, he is the supreme, he is the cause of everything. Now, even though he is the oldest, he said, Adam, Purusam, Purana, Navayova, Namcha. See, Brahma said he is the oldest, Adam, Purusam, Purana. The supreme person, the oldest person, but at the same time, he said, Navayovanam is always youthful. Krishna is always youthful. Krishna, he never passed the age of 16. So it's Navayovanam. When Krishna was on the battle of Kurukshetra, 5,000 years ago, and he was driving Arjuna on the battlefield, and even though he was considered to be old, that time the age was about 125 years old, but Krishna still looked like a 16-year-old. He still looked like a 16-year-old. So it's Adam Purusam Purana Navayovanam. So therefore Lord Brahma is saying that, oh my dear Krishna, you are the original Nārāyaṇa. Of course, saying that you protect those who are the shelters of all living beings. So ayana, Nārāyaṇa, ayana means the living entities, and ayana means the giver of shelter. So therefore it's called the supreme shelter giver. That is Nārāyaṇa. But Krishna is the supreme, is the origin of Nārāyaṇa. He is in mūla Nārāyaṇa. In the chapter 20 of Madhya Lila, when Chaitanya Prabhu, when he was instructing Sanatana Goswami, this is all described fully about how Krishna, the manifest from Krishna comes Baladev, Lord Balaram, from Balaram, the Sankarshan, from Sankarshan, then there's the puruṣa-avatāras, not puruṣa-avatāras, Chatuvyuha, the Chatuvyuha is there from Sankarshan, and then from the That Chaturvyuha, then Nārāyaṇa comes. And then from Nārāyaṇa manifestation, there's another Chaturvyuha. And then from Chaturvyuha, and then there is a manifestation of puruṣa-avatāras within the Mahatattva. And then the puruṣa-avatāras, these are Mahavishnu, Garbhodaksha Vishnu, and Kirodaksha Vishnu. So these are the creators and the maintenance of the material universe, material planets. But the purpose of this chapter is to show that yes, Śrī Kṛṣṇa Chaitanya, he is the original personality of God. It's actually Krishna himself. It's Sakshat Krishna. He is the original Krishna. Because Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he, at the beginning of Chaitanya Charitamrita, he composed 14 verses. So these 14 verses acted as they serve as the Mangala Charanam. Mangala Charanam of the whole Chaitanya Charitamrita. These 14 verses. And one of those verses, which has been analyzed in this chapter, is one that is actually describing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yad Advaitam Brahmo, this is from text number 3 of chapter 1. Yad Advaitam Brahmopanishadi Tadapi Asya Tanubu Ya Atmanchu Yami Puruṣaitiso Shansa Vibhavaha Sada Sharya Puno Yaiha Bhagavan Sa Swayanayam Na Chaitanyadi Krishna Jagati Paratwatan Paramiha. So the translation says, what the Upanishads describe as the impersonal Brahman is both the effulgence of his body, and the Lord, known as the Super Soul, is both his localized plenary portion. Lord Chaitanya is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna himself, full with 6 opulences. He is the absolute truth, and no other truth is greater than or equal to him. So this is what's been proven here, that Śrī Kṛṣṇa Chaitanya is Krishna himself. In the 10th canto, chapter 8, chapter 8, text number 13, Gargamuni was talking with he was talking with Nanda Maharaj. One sec, let me just get it. He was describing Krishna's the nature of Krishna. He was describing the nature of Krishna to Nanda Maharaj. One second. Trying to get this. This is when Gargamuni describing to Krishna, telling Nanda Maharaj that your child, this Krishna, he has come different times. He has come different times, and he has assumed different colors. Black, white, yellow color, which in this case it is indicating Śrī Kṛṣṇa Mahaprabhu. So he said, Asambhana Trayuyasya Grinato Yugantano Suklorata Pita Idanim Krishnatam Gataha. So he said, your son Krishna appears as an incarnation in every millennium. In the past, he assumed 3 different colors: white, red, and yellow. And now he has appeared in a blackish color, in the color of Sukha, Parrot. All such incarnations have now assembled in Krishna. So Krishna came, he has appeared in a different colors. Basically, the mentioning of yellow color is actually the prediction of the appearance of Śrī Kṛṣṇa Mahaprabhu, because Śrī Kṛṣṇa Mahaprabhu is called Gora. Gora means the golden complexion. So Srila Prabhupada said in his purport, partially explaining the position of Lord Krishna and partially covering the facts Gargamuni indicated. Your son is a great personality, and he can change the color of his body in different ages. The word Grinata indicates that Krishna is free to make his choice. In other words, he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and may therefore do whatever he desires. In Vedic literature, the different colors assumed by the personality of Godhead in different millenniums are stated, and therefore, when Gargamuni said, your son has assumed these colors, he indirectly said he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Because of cancer's atrocities, Gargamuni tried to avoid disclosing this fact, but he indirectly informed Nanda Maharaj that Krishna, his son, was the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It may be noted that Srila Jiva Goswami, in his book Krama Sandarbha, has enunciated the purport of this verse. In every millennium, Krishna appears in a different form, either as white, red, or yellow. But this time, his personality appeared in his original, blackish form, and as predicted by Gargamuni, exhibited the power of Nārāyaṇa. Because in this form, the Supreme Personality of Godhead exhibits himself fully. His name is Śrī Kṛṣṇa, the all-attractive. Factually, Krishna is the source of all avatars, and therefore all the different features of the different avatars are present in Krishna. When Krishna incarnates, all the features of other incarnations are already present within him. Other incarnations are partial representation of Krishna, who is a full-fledged incarnation of the Supreme Being. It is to be understood that the Supreme Being, whether appearing as Sukla, Rakta, or Pita, white, red, or yellow, is the same person. When he appears in different incarnations, he appears in different colors, just like the sunshine, which contains 7 colors. Sometimes the colors of sunshine are represented separately. Otherwise, the sunshine is observed mainly as bright light. The different avatars, such as the Manvantara avatars, Lila avatars, and Dasa avatars, are all included in the Krishna avatar. When Krishna appears, all the avatars appear with him, as described in Srimad Bhagavatam, Avatariya Asankheya, Hare Sattva Nide Dujaha, Yata Vidasina Koyaha, Sarasa Syu Saha Shashaha. The avatars incessantly appeared, like incessantly flowing water. No one can count how many waves there are in flowing water, and similarly, there is no limitation of the avatars. And Krishna is the full representation of all avatars because he is the source of all avatars. Krishna is Amsi, whereas others are Amsa, part of Krishna. All living entities, including us, are Amsas. Maivaso Jiva Loke, Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. This is from Bhagavad-Gita 15:7. These Amsas are of different magnitude. Human beings who are minute Amsas, and the demigods, Vishnu Tattva, and all other living beings are all part of the Supreme. Nitya Nityanam Chaitana Chaitananam. Krishna is the full representation of all living entities, and when Krishna is present, all avatars are included in him. The 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam describes the incarnations for each yuga in chronological order. The Bhagavatam says, Kite Sukla Chatubhanam Trityam Rato Vasosa Dwapari Bhagavan Shyaman and Krishna Bhanan Tusa Krishna. We actually see that in Kali Yuga, Bhagavan has appeared in Pita Vana, or as a yellow color, as Gorasunda. Although the Bhagavatam speaks of Krishna Vanam. To adjust all these statements, one should understand that although in some yugas, some of the colors are prominent, in every yuga, whenever Krishna appears, all the colors are present. Krishna Bhana Tusa Krishna. Although Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears without Krishna or a blackish color, he is understood to be Krishna himself. Idanim Krishna Gatha. The same original Krishna who appears in different banners has now appeared. The word Asam indicates that he is always present. Whenever the Supreme Personality of Godhead appears in his full feature, he is understood to be Krishna Bhanam, although he appears in different colors. Prahlad Maharaj states that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Chana. That is, although he is Krishna, he is covered by a yellow color. Thus, the Gaudiya Vaishnavas accept the conclusion that although Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in Pita color, he is Krishna. Krishna Bhanantusa Krishna, Sango Pagasha Pasadam, Jagnai Sankitana Praya Jijanti Sumedasa. So this is just pointing out here that yes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, direct Krishna. He is not a part, he is not a plenary portion. Amsa is directly Krishna himself. As the Jiva Goswami has mentioned, he has described Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He said, Anta Krishna by Gora. Anta Krishna means inside is Krishna inside, but outside is Gora, golden complexion. So Krishna himself, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is not different from Krishna. When Krishna wants to relish different pastimes with different devotees, so is Shama Sundar Krishna, his blackish color, blackish complexion. But when he wants to relish the nature of love of himself, love of God, he becomes Gora. He becomes Goranga. So therefore, that's what Chaitanya Prabhu is called Prem Puruṣottama. Prem Puruṣottama Sachinandana Gauranga. Is relisher of the prem of love of God. So one of our intimate associate of Śrī Kṛṣṇa Mahaprabhu, Vasudev Ghosh, he has composed a very nice very, very nice verse telling us how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself. Jayo Jayo Jagannatha Sachiranandana Tibovane Karo Jara Charana Bandhan Nilachale Sanka Chakra Gada Padmadara Nandi Yana Gare Danda Kamandalu Kyo Bole Pira Bete Rabana Pa Badila Golo Kera Bai Balila Pakasana Korila Siradara Babebe Gora Avatara Hare Krishna Nama Gora Korila Prachara Vasudeva Gosambole Kori Jodata Jai Gora Say Krishna Say Jagannatha. So therefore he's saying that person who is Gora is the same Krishna, is the same Jagannath. Now yesterday we had Jagannath Rath Yatra yesterday, and then in the next couple of weeks on the 20th we are going to have Jagannath Rath Yatra. So it's all glories to the dear son of Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Devi. His lotus feet are worshipped by the three worlds. In Nilachala, he holds the conch shell, disc, club, and lotus flower, while in the town of Nadia, he holds the staff of a renunciate and a water pot. Some say that in a previous age, he killed the demon Ravan. Then, as Lord Krishna, he revealed the glorious pastimes of Goloka. Now, accepting the birth of Sri Radha, he has come as the golden avatar. Lord Gora preaches the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. With folded hands, Vasudev Ghosh says, he who is Gora is also Krishna as well as Gora, as well as Jagannath. So this is the great tattva here, the great tattva. So the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, they have no doubt that Śrī Kṛṣṇa Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, is directly Krishna. And that's why we call Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we call him Mahaprabhu. He is the Mahaprabhu. He is the master of all the masters. He is the Prabhu. He is the Mahaprabhu. Although there's many, many Prabhus, but he is the Mahaprabhu. Even though, of course, nowadays we have some other Sampradayas, they try to call their founders, they try to say Mahaprabhu, Mahaprabhu. But no, there's only one Mahaprabhu, is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because it's Krishna himself. He is not an avatar. He is avatari. He's not an avatar. Just as when Krishna came, all the incarnations, all the expansions, they all appear within his body. Actually, when Krishna was here, when he was killing so many, many demons, Krishna himself, he never killed demon. He never really actually get in contact with the demon directly. But because all the avatars, all the incarnations, all the expansions, they all appear within the body of Krishna. Who is killing the demons is not Krishna directly. It's actually those forms, those expansions, like Vishnu expansion. They are the one killing the demons, not Krishna directly. Krishna, it's only with his devotees only. So similarly, when Mahaprabhu came 500 years ago, he came along with his associate. Vishnu expansions and everything, they all descended within his body. So now, as it's explained, that when he comes to preach when it comes to the maintenance of the planet, the universe, this is the duty of Vishnu. Vishnu is the maintainer. And also, to establish the religious principles, this is the duty of Vishnu. He, from every age, in every age, he established the religious principles. So now, when it comes to establish religious principles, when it comes to preach, this is the duty of Vishnu. But so now we are saying that Mahaprabhu is preaching the holy name. No, he did not preach the holy name. What did he preach? What Mahaprabhu preached? He preached Premnam, the love of Krishna, the love of the holy name, which means by chanting this Premnam of Krishna, a person will be able to develop love of Krishna. Because it's not that the holy name was not being chanted before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. The holy name was being chanted before Mahaprabhu came. As a matter of fact, in India, the chanting of the holy name was always going on. Just like when Mahaprabhu, when he appeared, it was during the twilight, in the evening time, and that time there was eclipse. So there was eclipse, and everyone went inside the Ganges, and then everyone was chanting the holy name of the Lord, because there was eclipse. So which means the holy name always been chanted before Mahaprabhu came. But what was never shown is the love of God, love of Krishna. This is Premna. This is what Mahaprabhu came. So Mahaprabhu came. He actually gallant the whole world with this love of Krishna. The whole world is glutted with this loving service to Krishna. So this is Chaitanya Prabhu. This is this. So therefore, he said that the Radha Bhav, the mood of loving service to Krishna, which is the feelings of the intensity of the feelings of Srimati Radharani, this is what Chaitanya Prabhu. This is what Krishna came as Chaitanya Prabhu. So he came to relish this bhav of Srimati Radharani, and then while relishing it, he gave it to one and all. He gave it to everyone. And he gave it to everyone without any consideration, without any qualification. There's no qualification that is needed. So therefore Mahaprabhu is called a Mahavadanyaya Avatar. Mahavadanyaya Avatar, the most magnanimous incarnation, or the most magnanimous form of Krishna is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because he had come to give what no other incarnation never gave before. When Krishna was here 5,000 years ago, he did not give this. He simply performed wonderful leelas. He released the praying with his loving devotion with his devotees of Vrindavan. And then he spoke Bhagavad-Gita. That's about it. Then he says, Savadama Pratya Gama Mikam Shanam Braja, surrender unto me, come to Vrindavan and be my devotee. But Chaitanya Prabhu, he gave the love of God. He revealed to us how to love Krishna. So that's what makes a difference. So one pastime is there when all the devotees, they were all in Jagannath Puri. They were all in Puri. And one time, Srinivas Acharya, he said, let us all chant Chaitanya Prabhu's name. Let us glorify him. Let us all chant his name. So all the devotees, they went to the house of Chaitanya Prabhu. So they were all outside, and they all chanting Jaya Sachinandana Gaura. They all chanting, glorifying the holy name of Chaitanya Prabhu. Glorifying the holy name. So Chaitanya Prabhu was inside. And after some time, so all the devotees, they were all ecstatically, chanting and dancing, glorifying different names, qualities of Sri Chaitanya Prabhu. So Chaitanya Prabhu came out, and he called out to Srivas. He said, Srivas, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you wasting your time? Why are you not chanting Krishna's name? What are you doing? And then Srivas Thakur, he put his hand like this towards the sky. He put his hand like this. So he put his hand like this, and then Chaitanya Prabhu asked him that, what does that mean? So Srivas said, I'm putting my hand with this hand. Can I cover the sun? Am I able to cover the sun like this? Would you cover the sun? If I cannot cover the sun, how is it possible for you to hide yourself? You cannot hide yourself. Just like I'm unable to cover the sun. Similarly also, you cannot cover yourself. You are Krishna himself. So how can you hide yourself from all? How can you hide yourself? So, and of course, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he never liked himself he never liked to be told that he's Krishna, he's God. He never likes it because that will disturb his mood. The mood is that he wants to release Radha Prem. He wants to experience the Radha Prem, the love which Radharani has towards Krishna. Krishna became greedy, so he came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to release that love which Radharani has towards Krishna. So therefore, he took the complexion, and he took the mood of Radharani. So he became Gauranga Mahaprabhu. He became like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So to release this. But here, now devotees, they are calling Krishna, they are glorifying Krishna. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he never likes to be called the Supreme God, or to be called Krishna. But devotees know that yes, this is Krishna himself, and he cannot hide himself. This is Krishna himself. So another pastime is there. So one time, because Advaita Acharya, he was the leader of the Brahmins, and he was known to be the gurus of everyone. But of course, it was because of the prayer of Advaita Acharya that Krishna came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But because Advaita Acharya was a very, very elderly person, he was same age as Jagannath Mishra, very, very elderly person. So Mahaprabhu was always respecting him, was always referential towards Advaita Acharya. So Advaita Acharya, he doesn't like it. He said, how come the whole world is worshiping that person who I'm worshiping? Why does he always have to worship me all the time? So Advaita Acharya he doesn't like it. He said, okay, I'm going to make sure he disrespects me. I'm going to get him to disrespect me. So what Advaita Acharya did, so he went to Shantipur, and then he started preaching the impersonal philosophy. He started preaching Yoga Vasishta, saying that the ultimate part of perfection is impersonal speculation. So he started preaching this. He gathered some people who was preaching this. So this information got to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that Advaita is in Shantipur and is preaching impersonal monism. So Mahaprabhu, he became kind of angry. So he and Nityananda, they went to Shantipur. So on reaching Shantipur, they went to the house of Advaita Acharya, and they saw that Advaita is preaching this impersonal philosophy. Preaching that how to realize the absolute truth is this speculation. So, and then when Advaita, when he saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu coming, actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very, very angry. When he saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu coming, he became very intensity, becoming more and more preaching very, very intensely that yes, how everyone must follow this impersonal path. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to him and said that, Advaita, what is the ultimate path? What is the goal? And Advaita replied, the goal is in personal liberation. That's the goal, in personal liberation. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard this, he became so angry, and I pushed him down, got on his back, and I started punching him. Started punching Advaita, started punching Advaita, started punching him here and there, here and there. So much so that Advaita's wife, Shuta Devi, she was saying that, stop beating him. He's an old man. He's an old man. Why are you beating him? If you keep doing this, he may give up his body. And if you give up his body, you're not going to like this. You will not like it if you give up his body. So after some time, Chaitanya Prabhu, he went to sit in the doorway, and it started saying that, if this is what you're going to preach, why did you call me? I was peacefully resting on the notion of milk. And then by your loud call, I came. I came because of your loud call. So why you call me if this is what you're going to preach? And after some time, there's a very nice, wonderful lila that took place, whereby Advaita was actually become very, very happy that now he has been disrespected by Chaitanya Prabhu, and Chaitanya Prabhu will no longer respect him. So anyway, this is very, very wonderful lila of Chaitanya Prabhu. Just like Krishna lila is very, very wonderful. Similarly also, Chaitanya lila is also very, very wonderful. So I'm going to stop. If there is any question or comment, you can go ahead. Any points? Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you very much for the lecture. You mentioned that Lord Chaitanya especially came to give love of God for everyone. Srila Prabhupada also tells that he come to give love of God even to rascals. So many years went by when we are practicing, and love of God means that we are chanting the holy name, and tears pouring out from our eyes and something like this. Yeah. But we are practicing, and holy name it was something not interesting for our mind, and it's still something not interesting for our mind. And we can see it during japa time, everybody singing left, right, thinking, making some plans, our own mind. And what's wrong? What's we doing wrong? Because it should be something different.
Yeah, it's a very, very good question, of course.
Why we don't getting the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Why we don't getting the love of God?
So, as I say, it's up to us. Love of God can be attained in a moment, or it may take millions and millions of years. You see, but it's up to us. You know, if Mahaprabhu gave, that's what he has come to give us. That's why it's called Namo Mahavadaya Krishna Prema Pradayate. But we have to accept, we have to accept that Krishna and his name is not different. Krishna is not different from his name. Which means Krishna is presently before us when we chant his name. But because of our conditioned nature, we cannot see Krishna, because we don't accept that Krishna is not different from his name. It's that Chintamani Naman Krishna, Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. What is that? Nami Namine. What is that? Krishna's name is like a Chintamani. And by chanting Krishna's name, all kind of ras become manifest. But the understanding is that Krishna is not different from his name. Which means when we chant Krishna's name, Krishna is there. But we are not realizing, because of our conditioned nature, we are not accept. So this is all up to us when we're going to accept. But the perfection will come if we simply take shelter of a Sadguru, of a Guru, of a great Vaishnava, of a Prem Bhakta Guru. When that Guru gives us his mercy, then that can start coming. It may take time, but at the same time we are practicing. It doesn't, just because we are not getting it, it doesn't mean that we have to give up. After all, we are not the controller. Krishna is the controller. We cannot give up. We have to keep doing it. We have to be very, very patient. Patience, tolerance. The patient must be there. Just like the example is always given, that if a young girl is married, she cannot expect to have a child immediately. She has to wait for some time. Then if in due course of time, the child will come. So similarly, it will take time. It takes time. But we have to keep practicing. We have to keep endeavoring and doing it. And at the same time, within our heart, we accept that yes, Krishna is not different from his name. And then we have to pray to Krishna. We have to cry for Krishna. Because this love of God, we have to cry for it. It's not something that can just come. It's something you have to cry for. You have to cry for it. You know, that yes, it's in the Chaitanya Bhagavad, it said that bhakti-yoga, dana, bhakti-ye, Krishna nam, smaran krandana. That yes, the wife is bhakti-yoga. What is bhakti-yoga? Devotion service to Krishna. The loving service to Krishna. And how is it gotten? It's through Krishna's name. But what's the mode of chant? It says smarana krandana. Smarana means that krandana means crying, which means we have to cry for it. If my 60 Guru's name, Guru Govinda Maharaj, he always telling me that, have you gotten Krishna yet? Have you cried for Krishna yet? If you don't cry for Krishna, how can you get him? Krishna is only attained by those who cry for him. Krishna is only attained that way only. So we have to develop that mood of crying for Krishna. If you develop a mood of crying, then tears will start coming on your eyes. Yeah, we are conditioned so, but we have to keep endeavoring. We have to keep trying. Okay. Hare Krishna. Any other points? Any other question? Okay, thank you very much. Ja Śrī Kṛṣṇa ki, Gopimanande Śrīla Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama